if you've worked hard and succeeded in life, show it off, right? Wear fancy jewelry and watches, fancy clothes, drive the fanciest car. Make sure you buy a house that's 4 times larger than you'll ever use. Show off your wealth. In fact, why don't you go on Instagram or TikTok and why don't you just show everybody in the world how successful you are? What could possibly go wrong? How would that in any way affect you negatively? Isn't that going to just bring a bunch of positive energy back to you to show all that off? Probably not. Probably make you a huge target for others. Instead, think lightly of yourself and think deeply about the world around you. When I think about what working hard, investing, and building a successful life, which doesn't only mean financial success, it means success in health, it means success in education, it means being happy and feeling positive about yourself, the decisions you've made in life, and being good to others around you. When I think about that type of success, I ask myself, okay, first of all, I say, great, that affects me in a positive way. Fantastic. But what does it do for those around me? What about my family? What about my coworkers? What about the people that I meet randomly that day? How am I treating them? Am I passing down the knowledge that I've learned? Am I teaching the things that I've learned to my children? Am I teaching the wisdom I've learned at work to my coworkers that come after me? It's great that I've achieved success. Fantastic. I don't mean to demean it, but I also don't put it out there in such a way that it's flashy or sort of putting it in people's faces. Instead, the way I live my life, I want to be looked at as someone that might say, I wouldn't mind living my life that way. Not incredible finances or having achieved trophies on the wall. I wear my trophies on the inside. It's not that I don't go to achieve great things. In fact, just the opposite. I do care to achieve great things in life. I have, and I continue on to feel that way for my future. I just don't need to wear those trophies on the outside. I can wear them on the inside. Something that I have thought about for a long time, and I will go as far as saying fought with, is humility. If I feel like I'm in an environment where I am, maybe the center of attention, or if I'm in an environment where I'm being looked at as someone that's successful, it can make you feel very good. It can make you feel good inside, like you're proud of yourself or everyone's kind of looking at me a certain way. I also find it to be empty, and I find it to make you a target. A target for hate, a target for actions against you. And so I have through life, I have sought humility over flashing my success to the world. And that has probably been one of the best policies I've ever reached. Instead of the fancy car, love fancy cars, but instead of driving one, I'll get something a little bit more practical. Instead of the very fancy things that you can wear on your body, I love it like anyone else. Maybe I'll pull it back a little bit. Pull it back and be a little less flashy. Instead of constantly talking about what I have done and the things I have achieved, I talk about the opportunities that are there for others. And I have no problem sitting down and discussing with someone about their goals and their dreams, giving them motivation, discussing a possible plan to achieve those goals, giving back. Giving back to the world now in my life feels more important than what the world can give me. The idea of being humble. Let's talk about that. The idea of being humble in life. That has nothing to do with not setting a goal for yourself and a plan to achieve that goal. The idea of being humble is not to put that in someone else's face like, look what I've done and you have not. But instead, I have done this, so can you. Two completely different ways of looking at the same action and result. You think highly of yourself and you consider yourself in high regards and you are motivated, but you don't go out there and put it in everyone's face. Instead, what can they do? How can I help? Can I be of help? Can I be an example for you to follow? A mentor for you? That's part of being humble. I'll give you a story. One of the wealthiest people that I ever knew used to drive around in this like hybrid type car, very inexpensive used vehicle, and lived a life that was quiet in such a way that didn't flash his wealth, but participated in the community in ways that helped others, that gave back to others and set a pathway up for others. That was a true mentor. Let's summarize with something that I learned watching those that have studied Aikido for a long time. The older that an Aikido master gets, the better they get at their art. Why is that so? Why would that be so? Why is that you can watch a 70 or 80-year-old Aikido master effortlessly throwing someone who is a fourth their age? They have learned over time to rely less on strength and more on their knowledge and more on leverage. If they can pass that down to the next generation that is coming behind them, they consider their life to be a success. What are we passing down to the next generation? It has been about us. It is not about us anymore. What is our gift to the next generation? What is your gift to the next generation? I appreciate you spending some time with me today. I care about the comments. Please leave a comment. Let me hear what you think about this particular precept. and what your thoughts on it. If you have a different road to go down, go ahead and talk about it. It's going to help others that read the comment section. We will continue on with this series every week. Thank you for joining me, and aloha.